Welcome to the Arkansas Traveler. We're here with Madlynne Smith, formerly Madlynne Mintons, and she here has an interesting story about her family being one of the founding families of a local community here in Northeast Arkansas called Bono, Arkansas. So, Madlynne, without further ado, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks so much for inviting me on the Arkansas Traveler. I am so excited to be here and to share my family's history with you guys. My family's actually really interesting, at least, I might be a little biased, but I think that my family's really interesting because our story starts way back in the 1760s, the late 1700s, and it actually starts in Scotland. And I've been told this story so many times. It's something that we do every time we get together. We've tried to go farther back than this ancestor. His name is Multimedia Mintons, but we actually can't go past him because whenever he was born out of wedlock, so he took his mother's maiden name. All we know about Sylvanus's father is that he was a Catholic priest, and obviously not being married and having a child out of wedlock is a real big religious no-no. So his mother and him were basically kicked out of the community. They were homeless for a really long time, and then Sylvanus's mother died of illness. And so when he was real young, he hopped on a boat, and really he gambled his way onto the boat. He drank everyone under the table, got a ticket, and was able to get on this boat to America. And he came here and started a new life. And I don't know how young he was. He had to have been really young because he died whenever he was in his 40s. And he ended up having 6 kids. And I know he had 6 kids, and I'm pretty sure he had 2 wives. But the second wife is the one that he had all 6 of his kids with. I know that Sylvanus actually went to Tennessee first, and then it wasn't until his 3 sons were born that they traveled to Arkansas. When they traveled here, they kind of settled on the only hill that there was at the time, I guess, that they found, and it was what's now called Bono Hill. I have no idea how the name Bono came about. I'm pretty sure it was an inside joke between the 3 brothers, and it just kind of stuck. When my grandfather tells me the story, he always likes to make up reasons that Bono was named Bono, but we actually really have no idea why it was named that. But these 3 brothers, they found wives, and they all settled down on this hill. I know that the Mintons, which whenever I go to Bono, my last name, my maiden name was Minton, so when I'd go to Bono, people would be like, oh, you look familiar, and it's because I swear all Mintons look the same. But, I would go there and I'd be like, oh, I'm a Bono Minton. And that's a pretty common thing to say in Bono. And 9 times out of 10, the person's going to look at me and be like, oh, do you know this person and this person? And it's kind of cool because we're all connected in some way. I know that the 3 brothers that settled on Bono Hill, I know they married a Bird, I know they married a Smith, and I know they married a Tate. And those were the 3 big names that, became a part of the Minton family. And, Minton, Bird, Tate, and Smith are really the top 4 names that you can still find in Bono today. And I'm probably related to most of them, at least way down the line. I think it's really cool that my family continues to share this tradition of, this little piece of history that's so close to our family. And I hope that one day I can continue doing that. I know that every time we get together, we always make it a point to teach the younger generations what it really means for us to have these types of traditions. And we always try to make sure that we teach the younger kids these older stories. And I remember learning them whenever I was younger at Christmas or Thanksgiving, and we retold these stories over and over again, and it seems like they always get more elaborate every time, which I also think is just a part of, handing stories down by word of mouth through generations and generations. And I think that community and passing these traditions down is really what creates culture and really what makes Arkansas culture so vibrant and so alive. I know that whenever I get older and whenever I have kids, I'm going to give my kids these stories, and I hope they pass those down. And I just think that that's something that everyone should do with their families. If you have a story, I think that you should share it.